Hi everybody, I've got another journal from my stash today, and it's a little one, and it measures 7 by 4.5, and it's got some pretty laces on the front made out of real soft fabrics, a seam binding bow here, and then a doily that goes up under, goes all the way around. I think this is called duck fabric, I'm not sure. And that's part of a curtain, and sewn onto a napkin there. It's got a lace closure. On the inside, this again is from my stash. I've got a pocket with some roses and some lace here, a little bit of see-through lace there. And I put in a notepad. This is one of the larger ones that we're making now. And over here is a little tuck spot in this. This is one of these cards that I absolutely love to journal in. It's got a little Velcro closure there. And neato. So it'll hold in place. And this is an eyelet cover on the inside, made out of eyelet fabric. Over here, a little place to journal, and one of the patches that says thankful on a book page pocket that has some cards in it to journal on. Little silver stitching there. And some fabric here, stone and gold. Let's see if we can get these back in here. Yeah, here you go. I cut my fingernails off, y'all. I can't grab anything now. There you go. Get in there. I like how it hangs over the edge. This is a double thing going on here. This has got a piece of fabric here, and a little mini booklet with some of that vellum with the roses on the front. And behind it is part of a 1967 encyclopedia page with the coffee dyed papers. And it's got an image here on the book page, and this is also a pocket. And I put in one of my favorite. Look at that coffee stain. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. Pretty, pretty. And it just fits right in here. And then this booklet, open it up. I usually like to open it up to the middle. And that is not the middle. There it is. And then stick it behind. And let the top show. Over here is a piece of script page. We've got some cards. This is a pocket behind this image. Got a little card here. Isn't that cute? Another one of these that opens up. A little piece of lace on the side. So cute. Go in there, you go in there. And this, a little image of a little girl buying some ice cream from an ice cream vendor. It's got some lace here and part of a corrugated box. And it opens up for a little hidden place for journaling. Over here is a different belly band. It's a piece of lace that I put on a diagonal with a rose and a real pretty image behind it. And it's got some journaling cards that I just tore. But you know, that's okay. I do it when I'm making them. Because that's what that's how I cut mine. I tear them. But you know, there we go. Another card. This is a trifold. Go. And he just fits right there. This is a glassine bag with a little image, and I put some cards for journaling. Isn't that cute? And you could tuck something up under here. I don't think this will fit. Nope, it's too big. But you could tuck something up under there if you wanted to. It's open at the top. And they fit in the bag. Get in there. Nope, I think I had you turned around. I did. Alright. You know, I have to see things. Y'all know that. I say that all the time, but that's what I like. Another pretty image here. This is a lace closure here. We got a little, these are the Tim Holtz kids with a piece of ephemera. It's a little booklet. Got a tuck spot here. Where's my little tuck spot thingy? What are you? We'll use you. There you go. Coffee dyed papers. And this is adhered down. There's not a tuck spot anywhere there. Those vintage pictures crack me up because they look so thrilled to be getting their picture taken. So somber. You know, now we do all kinds of goofy things for our photographs, but back then they just kind of stood there and didn't smile. Pretty bow. Pretty lace bow. On this side is some sari silk and some eyelash fibers with a journaling card. Did I mention this one was from my stash? This one's from my stash. With God, all things are possible. And then I've got some scruffy yarn going around the edge there. On this side is another one of these side pockets. It's got some fabric up here. Oh, pretty lady. It says Embrace Today. I thought that went really nice with that picture. And we've got some coffee dyed cards with some sari silk on this one and some unidentified fabric on this one. When I am cutting up fabrics to make the journals with, I have a lot of scrap, and I keep it in a huge plastic container with a lid on it so that when I want to make these cards, I just pull out a piece and sew it on. Makes it real handy. Over here, this could be a tuck spot if you wanted it to be, if you needed it for something. Got some of the Tim Holtz peeps on a lace pocket with more sari silk. And like I said, I leave the thread, so if they drive you nuts, just trim them off. I like them. I'm a thready girl. More stitching, and this is a envelope here made out of a guest check. But, you know, you can use all that space for journaling. And inside it's got a little card. And it's been stamped and inked and all kinds of goodness. And it has a little Velcro closure. On this side is a stamped pocket. I roughed the edges up on this one, and then I put this patch over it for another tuck spot. A pretty lace card. So this is like a double pocket section with some scrapbook paper. Boy, that was tough to say. In the background, a little card with all kinds of collage stuff on it. Over here is pretty roses with some seam binding and a little mini envelope and a parcel post with a little leaf hanging off of it. This does come off. It's glued down, but the envelope will come out. I'll just show you. And you could put something in there if you want. Come here, little dude. It's made out of a poetry page. Little lace here. Another tuck spot. Some really pretty damask background. I thought the two yellows went together really good. It's a birdie with a red rose on a book page and some fabrics. And over here is the other part of the glassine bag with a pretty label. And same on the other side. I can get my fat fingers in here without tearing anything. A little card. Some little music tags with a little tiny, tiny button. Are you in there or are you on the other side? And did I glue you down apparently? No. Yes, maybe. Don't know. Okay, with a glued down piece of paper. I'm going to have to fix that. Sometimes we get in a hurry. There. Oh no, it didn't rip, but I sure glued it on there. Now it's ripped. I will replace that. I'm gonna take him out and put that back in. Things happen all the time, y'all. Gotta love it. So we will add something to that. Over here is part of the envelope from the other page. Isn't that cute? I love this picture. He's walking his buddy. He is walking the big guy. Isn't that cute? A little pretty image for the background and a little business card there. And this folds out, and it has a part of a guest check there. I think that's probably the other half from the envelope, with a little coffee stain paper to journal on. And it goes, and also that's part of a guest check, so it kind of goes together and it lifts up. So you could put an image here and journal about it here. Over here is another one of those Tim Holtz people. It says always. Real pretty postcard image on the background with a letter envelope thing. Letter envelope thing. I just come up with my own stuff. And over here is a little, what do you call those things? Like a metal tab that I stamped on and inked it up and put a pretty brad. It's a little bitty butterfly on a doily. And it is a pocket, and it has three pieces. Looky there. I think that is duck cloth of coffee dyed paper that I stitched on. But you know, it'll hold more. I can get both my fingers in there. If I can get both my chubby fingers in there, you know it holds more. My little arthritic fingers. Get in there. And you get in there. And I will fix that too. Lord have mercy. Let's just do that now. I'll show you how I do it. Why not? This is the glue that I like to use. It's Aleene's Tacky Glue. I'm telling you, it is wonderful. Just wonderful. So I want to remove these so I don't get any glue on it. And then I put a little bit, and then I smear it with my fingers. Anytime I'm adding anything on, because if you're going to be writing over this and you don't smooth it out, your pen's going to go bumpty, 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 bump. It drives me insane. So I just smooth it out so that it goes on nicely. Of course, you wouldn't be writing on a doily. Well, you may want to write on a doily. You know, you may have something you want to write. So this is how I do it. A lot of people just put the glue and then they slap it down. But if you're doing paper like that, like I said, it is with anything, an image, anything. I don't want that there. It's going to bump. And see, I put glue here. I don't want that there, so I'm going to rub that off with my finger. And when I glue it down, I'm going to protect it so it won't stick. And then just gently wipe off any excess. If you put a thin, all you need is a thin coat. You don't need to glob it. You know, I know people that cover every square inch of something, and that's fine. But, you know, if you smooth it out, it makes for a nice smooth coverage on the page. Take you down. Tack you down a little bit. I got my finger holding so it's still, because it's still a little wet. But that's how I add stuff to my books. You just have to be real gentle with it. And see, that's dry now. It doesn't take long for Aleene's to dry. And I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing. I mean, even if you don't glue things down, I was moving some furniture around, and I stored a piece in the kitchen till I could get the den organized the way I wanted. And when I wheeled that thing in there, boy, I slammed the counter with it, and it tore off a piece of the laminate. So I put this on it, stuck the laminate back up there, and I'm telling you, when I had my counters redone many years later, they had to chisel this off, the piece that I glued on with this stuff. That's some serious glue. So I love it. But that's how I do my little pages. You know, you want, my advice is just to keep it smooth. The smoother it is, the easier it is for the person that gets the book to journal on it. And over here, I did the back again with the eyelet fabric. And it's dry enough to close because I didn't glob it on. I did not make it super thick. I should probably do some tutorials, but it's hard to, because I'm constantly getting up and then sewing this on and then sewing this on and stuff, and I don't think I can get my camera over there unless I held it. Again, if the strings drive you nuts, just snip them off. There's the lace closure again. And that's it for this video. I'm glad y'all were with me today, and I will see y'all next week in the next video.